Hey, we're the Benham Brothers. I'm David. This is my ugly brother, Jason. In Revelation chapter 3, the Lord speaks to the church of Laodicea and says, if you're lukewarm, I'm going to spit you out of my mouth. I would rather you be either hot or cold. You're either in or you're either out when it comes to Jesus. And when it comes to values in today's cultural context, people are saying, whoa. If you believe that marriage is between a man and a woman, you're extreme. If you believe that life begins at conception, you're extreme. That was what we were called. I remember watching a show on CNN where a lady was saying, these brothers are so extreme. You know, the question is not, are you extreme? The question is, are you faithful? Because today there is a narrative that says you want to be somewhere in the middle, but not when it comes to your faith, not when it comes to living out your conviction with courage in the midst of a cultural crisis. And so today we're finding ourselves watching a narrative that now says extremism is evil. Now there are freaks that are extreme. We're watching ISIS, we're watching all this garbage across the world. That is extreme. We're even watching some of the Westboro Baptists that protests veterans' funerals and stuff. That's extreme, that's nonsense. But when we talk about biblical faithfulness, that's not extreme. So today, our president, many in the media, most of the media, much of the administration, many in Congress, many of our even spiritual leaders are saying extremism is evil. Extremism is evil. Well, what is extremism? There's a clip that we're about to show you where the president himself said, our battle is against terrorism and extremism. Well, what's that all about? Check this clip out.
The French people have stood shoulder to shoulder with the United States time and again. And we want to be very clear that we stand together with them in the fight against terrorism and extremism, in the fight against terrorism and extremism.
See, here's the important thing to know. Why won't the media call it Islamic terrorism? Why the separation of terrorism and extremism? Well, we believe that there's an all-out assault against Christianity. There's an all-out assault to stop the people of God who would believe in the principles of the Bible and to lump them into a category called extremists. And so if there's a war against terrorists and there's a war against extremists, then we need to treat them both the same and try to get rid of their voice. And so here's the thing. What David and I wanted to do was to just make this quick little video to just equip you to know that when you're labeled an extremist and people think that you're just as bad as an Islamic terrorist, you need to recognize that's not true. God knows it's not true. And you don't need to worry about what you're labeled. You just need to concern yourself with faithfulness. You see, perception is not reality. Truth is reality. If we as Christians concern ourselves with perception, we will miss the truth. And if we miss the truth is the only thing that can set people free. So today is our day to shine. And if people call us extreme, so be it. But we're led by the love of the Lord, no matter what the cost.
No lukewarmness. You're either hot or you're cold. Let's be faithful to Christ, faithful to God, honoring the Lord in this culture. And if you get called extreme, don't worry about it. You're being faithful.